Okay, so growing up in the same household, what are your
You know what's crazy? I feel like Genesis, you can like tell me if I'm wrong, but I feel like I can admit when I'm wrong.
Oh, for sure.
Like I don't really have a problem. I don't really have like pride. I don't really care. I won't really argue with you. Like if someone thinks that they're right and I'm wrong, I'd be like, okay, girl, you got it. I'm not gonna argue with you. But I did grow up arguing a lot with my family members, some of them. So I don't do arguing anymore. I did that enough as a kid. So I feel like I can admit when I'm wrong. I'd be like, oh, my bad. That was on me. My fault. And another one of my defense mechanisms, I'm not really shy, but I'm like to myself and I don't like big crowds. I just like to be in my comfort comfort zone. So if I'm like in a group with a lot of people, I wear glasses, so I'll like mess with my glasses and push my glasses up if I feel like weird or awkward or in an uncomfortable position. And I'll also like play with my phone case. Can I see your phone? Like I'll like take my phone case on and off. You do that
I've
too?
been doing that this whole podcast. Literally.
Like I'll like take my phone off. I mean my phone case off and like it's just something I can do like and nobody really sees me doing it. Or I usually have a ring on, so I'll play with my ring or my bracelet. Just like something to take my focus away from the position that I'm in and give me a familiar thing.
Question.
Yeah.
So you're fidgeting with things. I feel like that's like
fidgeting.
Yeah. Okay. So you're fidgeting.
Mm-hmm.
In my head, I feel like that's leaning a little more towards a coping mechanism than a defense mechanism. So while you're doing all those fidgeting things, say someone does come talk to you, like in this not awkward but tense public setting.
Yeah.
What would you do, or how would you react to that person?
I would like. That's a great question. I think I would like stop fidgeting with stuff. Usually, I'll like always mess with my ring because I can do it with my thumb. Like, it's not like a big deal. Rather than having a whole phone in my hand, like literally taking the case off, like somebody can see me doing that. But I would just stop and look up and talk to them.
Do you feel open to them, or do you like have any?
It just depends. Like if it's somebody that I go to school with or something, or like I kind of know, then yeah, I'll be open. But if I'm at the store and it's like a stranger, I'll be like, what do you want to talk to me for? But that's not a good mindset to have. So I would just say I would be open.
I wouldn't say it's not a good mindset. I feel like I'm the very opposite of Alexis.
Yeah, Genesis is very out there.
Yeah, and so much so that at points it can get dangerous. So that's why I say it's not a bad thing. Because there was a time in Hawaii where I was at the gas station with my friends. I didn't think it, but this dude was hitting on me. And my friends visibly saw from inside the store. And then one of my friends that's a lot like Alexis, more confrontational than I am, came storming out and told him to stop talking to me, this and that. And I was just like, oh, like I thought he was making friendly conversation, because I was too. Then he tried talking to me again, and then she told him off in a more violent way. And it was just a whole lot going on. And I was just like, okay, like I didn't think anything of it. So
yeah, I always have my guard up. Like I'm very defensive. Like
people are scary.
like I would not like I'm not like oh smiles and rainbows. Like no, I always have my guard up, and I always look out for everybody. Like if somebody tried to talk to Genesis, I would like look at them so strange. Like what are you talking to her for? Like what do you want?
She said it.
Even if it's her friend, like if it's someone she knows and I know she doesn't like that person, I'm like, what are you talking to? She doesn't want to talk to you.
Thank you.
Like I'm the best. Like I will get someone out of a situation.
Very it also depends on a lot of different factors too, especially gender. Like as a woman, you have to be on alert for a lot of different things than a man would. Unfortunately, because of the world that we live in, guys are weird. And there's just all different types of ways that a guy could do harm to you mentally, physically, and you would have no idea. Versus, you know, from a guy's angle, you know, it's not really as, you're not as much of a target as women are. And then not only the gender part, you know, pure size, because, you know, I see someone like Alexis who says they're more to themselves, or Ashley that's more to herself. You're just the outlier, Genesis. But, you know, I feel like more people who are like more of my size and are like taller people with a more physically threatening frame have the ability to be more friendly and be more outgoing and be more open to having conversations with strangers. And I mean, you can ask Ashley, I'll go and just randomly have a conversation with somebody while I'm in an elevator, or while we're like sitting in a room and we're all awkwardly waiting for whatever, an event, or waiting for a door to open or something. I feel like it's just easier for me to be friendly. There's also the disarming part of, I know that I'm a man and also a black man, and that can be threatening for a lot of people, especially for someone that's my size. So I feel like, you know, and I feel like I call myself a Jolly Green Giant a lot, and catch myself calling myself that, because I feel like I have to disarm somebody to then have a conversation or interact with them like that guy, for example, in that situation. But yeah, it's just, I feel like there's a variety of different factors that make people the way they are.
I feel like I'm the opposite. Like, when I'm out walking Prince, I will like mean mug everybody, because like, I don't know if you're cool, or like if you're about to try to kidnap me. So like, I don't know, I feel like I don't have the luxury to just be out here being friendly to everybody, especially when like we're like on like a back road or like a more secluded area, and I see somebody walking. I don't know, I would love to like be friendly, but then it's almost like you could be inviting danger and trouble. So.
There's also the luxury of me just being able to look stone-faced, and then that looks intimidating to people. But then if you walk up to me, I'm like, hey, how you doing? So, yeah, but I 100% get that.
Going off of what Trey was talking about with the gender thing, I think that is a big part of it, especially since the three of us were colored women, to make it even more, not difficult, but...
No, definitely difficult.
No, yeah, let's just go with difficult for now.
Definitely more difficult.
I can't come up with a better word. But I was not born and raised in Hawaii, but most of my life has been spent in Hawaii, where a lot of other people are minority races too. And generally, like, the public, they're a lot more, like, welcoming than people are here. At least with my experience, and a lot of other people's experience that I do know. So that's probably why I'm more welcoming to a lot of people. But as far as defense mechanisms go, I feel like I'll be welcoming to people generally, but my upbringing gives me a very not so good look on men. Like, just the whole opposite gender. I am saying that sitting next to a brother of mine and with a boyfriend, but it did take a long time for me, and like, I go through a certain thought process before I can really accept a man into my life. Like, my brother figures and my father figures, they all have their issues in themselves, but the men I just named, they have not given me any of that, and I feel like it takes a certain type of persona to, like, really make me realize that. But when I do become friends with a guy or interact with a guy, I am a lot more on a high alert than I am to anyone else. Like, it could be literally any guy in the hallway, at school, at the store, a classmate of mine. I just don't talk to them the same way that I would a girl. And I think that's just one of my main defense mechanisms that I can think about right now.
All right.
Yeah.
I feel that.
Yeah.
Oh, to be a girl in a man's world.
Literally, this is a man's world we live in.
Yeah. No.
That's our defense mechanisms.
Okay, so that basically sums up our video for today, discussing our defense mechanisms and the reasons behind some of those defense mechanisms. Thank you all so much for watching. We hope you could relate to something that we discussed. So, yeah. Thank you for watching. Bye!
See ya.